Hello there, welcome back to another World of Tanks with Any Titan, and we're here in Heilbronn Assault, and few maps fill me more dread than when I discovered I'm on the defensive side of Heilbronn Assault. Possibly Karelia Assault on the defensive side would be just as bad. And the reason being is that there's enough stuff, should we say, in the vicinity of the cap circle to make people believe that they can just defend the cap circle. The problem with passive strategies in general is that they don't work. Passive strategies give the initiative to the enemy team. The enemy team then get the luxury where they're picking the attack vector, and they can usually basically defeat the defense in detail. They come in, they'll outspot the enemy in a particular sector, boss the defenders, and they just pick guys away from long range fire until they get rid of everyone, and they just move in and do the same to the next crowd. And it's very common, you see, for Heilbronn Assault, for the defending team to simply not leave the town, except maybe one or two tanks. Now, if a couple of scouts leave the town early and manage to survive, which of course doesn't always happen with scouts, because there's a lot of light tank players out there that are just innately incapable of charging through the enemy and lighting everybody up the first 3 minutes and then dying. But when they do actually scout and survive, then the defenders might have some chance. However, this is not so bad, because we've actually crossed the river in a reasonable amount of strength. We're across the river in roughly the same strength as the defenders, and we have maybe twice as many tanks in the rear supporting that, including artillery. Or not including artillery, I should say more correctly, because there's quite a lot of supporting the second line tanks, and there is artillery on top of that. So we actually have the enemy thoroughly outnumbered on the northern sector. So while it's no guarantee of anything in World of Tanks, I've seen 2-to-1 numbers fail before. They should win. Now, all other things being equal, they should win. And we're being reasonably aggressive, and we're surviving, and we're actually killing tanks faster than the enemy are killing our tanks. So all in all, this is actually looking up. Now, I was spotted there, so I have to get off the ridge. You do have a limited amount of time where you're welcome sort of to continue to exist on top of a ridgeline on this game. But, you know, you've got to not outstay your welcome, and so it's now time for me to get off this ridgeline. Now the T110E5 is down to its last sliver of health, and we will take it from them. We have an FE4202 coming in here, but he spotted me as well. And what worries me is the reason I got off that ridgeline with such a clarity is that there might be very well a tank destroyer out there as well, and that would really be bad news if I was sitting on the ridgeline spotted. So I'm going to go back. The other nice thing about Heilbronn is that when I go back into the town, I'm actually on higher ground, and I can very frequently shoot over the hills. This also fulfills another useful kind of tactical or strategic little axiom for games, that when you're playing the defense on a game like World of Tanks, you sort of defend as far forward as you can, and then when you know it's no longer viable, there's not much useful you can do. There's nothing wrong with pulling back to a further back position that still keeps the enemy frontline tanks in range and enables you to support those frontline tanks that stay behind you. So we have a T110E5 over there at the corner, kind of manning the corner, and he's going to sort of basically hold up everybody because they're not going to challenge him. So I can pull back, and I can pull back into slightly better positions, like the one that enabled me to get the Carnarvon. And I have the Jagdpanzer E100 has also given me the sight shot there for a second sight shot. So now I have over 1,000 points, roughly 1,000 points of damage maybe done to that tank. So it's just time now. I think I can pull out of here. I don't think I will achieve much further. We have more than 2-to-1 advantage, well, in the tanks killed. We've lost 3. They've lost 8. We're down 4 now. We've lost another tank. So we've 11 to 7. Not quite 2 to 1, but it's pretty close to it. So this battle should go our way. Just taking a shot there from the FE4202. Can I put a round back into me for the spears and few? We did. We actually did a nice piece of damage to him as well there. So he's going to peek again. Knocked my gun, knocked my loader. The FE4202 is almost certainly going to come for me. He's did we get another shot into? Oh, 21. I know 400 was a pretty decent roll, but still get up to like 560 on this thing sometimes and finish him off. Now I did have support there from the Badger. And now there are only 4 enemy tanks remaining, 2 which are artillery. So one of them is the Jagdpanzer 100, which is I'm definitely a one-shot kill to him. So I don't want to expose myself to him at all if I can avoid it. So now it's the time for the go after the Jagdpanzer 100. Now I don't have to take any risks here, so I shouldn't. I have a DIT commander. I think the FE4202 was using high explosives against me because, of course, that's the recommended thing to use against Waffenträgers. And he killed a lot of crew members. And I wasn't able to bring them all back, so I'm going to miss not having 6th Sense here. We're definitely spotted, we're targeted. But he's not in a position. Well, I don't want to give him. See if he has to come up. Gun depression is pretty good, but we don't want to give it to him. And if he comes up, I get a chance to shoot him. Shoot him maybe at a location where he can't normally bounce the shot with the front. So if I get shots into the side of the lower front plate, obviously I would be better off there. But the Badger managed to take him out, which is kind of what we were aiming for all along. We missed the Conqueror gun garage. And then we're waiting to see if we can get a better shot at a subsequent time, and that wasn't me, was it? No, I don't think so. Somebody did the job there. I got the hit in the bat chat. I don't know if I'd get a second one. Somebody's bound to finish him off. It's probably not going to be me. Reload is still going. Reload is still going. It won't be me. That's it. Game over. We have won. So the secret of defending Heilbronn on assault mode is don't be passive. Or at least the defending of any cap circle, actually. Don't be passive. Take the battle to the enemy. Make them work for it. So we have 3,696 direct damage, 2,169 assisted damage. Quite a bit of that, I think, was tracking damage. Got a first class mastery. And we came number 1 by experience. Did the most damage in our team anyway, I think. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.